Hello everyone, WiseGamer here, and today I wanted to make another how-to video, this time on how to build your first YouTube channel and how to basically get off on the right foot, all the prep that you need before you actually make your first video, and the road to that basically. So I wrote a thread on yttalk.com, which is youtubetalk.com. I'll go and have the link in the description to that thread. It's a giant wall of text, but it really is a good read, and I think that having a follow-up video to it that I'm going to include in that thread will really make things a little bit easier. So a lot of people get thrown off by all the wall of text and everything, but that just kind of proves my point of there's a lot of prep that goes into YouTube. So I'm not a huge channel or anything. I mean, you'll see that my subscriber count right here is just over 500. My true subscriber count's about 83, 84. If you check out my video on me being botted, you'll find out why it's over 500. But outside of that though, basically, if you look right now, YouTube takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, certain type of equipment, and really it relies on a lot of things to have success. I mean, sure, you can do YouTube with your cell phone camera, a very basic headset, basic editing skills of like thumbnails and very basic equipment and stuff like that too, like fraps with watermarks and everything, but you probably aren't going to do very well. Now what I mean by that is there are so many people on YouTube. I mean, I don't have the exact stat, but I remember looking it up one time and it's like hours upon hours, something like 20 or 30 hours of video is uploaded every minute to YouTube across the world. Now that being said, you have a very big area to compete against, and this is going to be a little bit towards gaming, but really it's towards any type of channel. There are so many people out there doing YouTube nowadays. It's April 14th of 2014, so 4/14/14. You know, I had a channel back, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. I had it back in like 2009, I think, or 2010 when I started doing videos, and I got up to like 600 subscribers within a couple months. It was easy. I mean, not super easy, but it was a lot easier, and I wasn't putting much effort into it. Nowadays, it's completely different. So the first thing I wanted to say was you definitely need a lot of time. So for example, let's say you're going to do like a 10-minute video. Depending on what you're doing, especially if it's like something with a vlog or a lot of post-production, you're going to have to record the actual thing itself. So let's say 10 minutes of actual recording. And we all know that we don't do things perfect. This is actually the third time I'm making this video because I just wasn't happy with the wording that I was using. I'm not going off a script or anything. And then we're going to edit this clip. So for gaming, it usually takes me about 30 minutes to edit the clip. It can take much longer depending on what you're doing. I mean, if you're doing vlogs, you're going to have a lot more editing. If you're going out in public making videos, you're probably going to do a crapload of editing. Some people do special effects, some people do music. There's going to be a lot of things to do post-production. So on average, we'll say 30 minutes. And then you actually need to render it, playback test, you need to upload it to YouTube, you need to take the time to respond to comments, you have to do your social media, whole bunch of stuff in there. So first of all, if you don't have the time to put into this, as an example, again, I put about 20 hours into my YouTube stuff overall a week. That's including my social media with Twitter, a little bit of Facebook. I don't do much there, but mostly with Twitter, and then reaching out to, in my case, like indie developers, and then I'm actually traveling to a few different conferences and meetings and stuff like that. I mean, you don't have to do all of that so much, but you need to do the majority of this stuff if you really want to make it as a YouTuber. Now, as far as the equipment goes, I have this picture up from my Twitter of a picture I took the other day. So this is kind of like basic equipment that you're going to need if you're going to record anything off your PC. So I have a AT2020 mic, which is a little bit more high-end of a mic, but I was using this headset on the left here for the longest time. It's a Corsair headset that I got a while back. It's actually what my old YouTube videos were on my old channel. And again, you'll see that in a minute. But I have this pop filter here, which I highly recommend. You know, basic mouse keyboard, you don't need anything fancy there. Basic speaker system, you don't really need anything fancy there either. Mic stand, so it's up at my level. I got my computer down there, and then I got my monitors. Now, of course, you don't need two monitors, you just need one, but these monitors do support 1080p, and I recommend that you get a monitor that at least supports 720p, because again, people want to watch HD now. A lot of people watch on their phones, and they all support HD, and if they don't have high quality, it really doesn't look good on a phone, and believe it or not, most of the traffic on YouTube is from mobile devices nowadays, it seems like. So this is kind of like a basic setup that I feel like you need for equipment, and this stuff isn't always cheap, especially if you play games. You're going to need like a gaming rig. My PC isn't the best, but it's not the worst either, and it handles, you know, most things decently. And then outside of that, it's so the money for that, and then the money for branding. So I'm going to show you a few other things real quick. So this is my channel again. So I have this header here, courteous of Fapt and Obvious, which you'll actually see right here. Definitely check them out if you can. So I have my banner, I have my avatar itself, and then all of my thumbnails. So if you look at my thumbnails across the board, you'll see a very common theme. They're all using the very similar type of text, other than the South Park ones, which is branded to South Park specifically. You know, some of my most popular videos, you can see all the thumbnails are almost the exact same across the board. We're just changing the bottom left where the name of the video game is that I'm doing a preview on. Even my how-to on the video that I just uploaded a few minutes ago, how to find the best indie games is right here, and that has its own branding. If you go to like my playlist, very simple to see each one there, and finally I have like my about section filled out too. So going back to just my channel and the header here, so you can see the branding here. Let me stop my little trailer there, sorry about that. So let's go to my Twitter account. There's very similar branding, so you can see all the photos that I've uploaded in the past. Here's my header here. I have my same avatar. And then my Facebook, again, I don't do much here, but I got the same background header thing up here for my Facebook cover. I got my avatar again, and it's all similar branding. So when people are looking for my stuff, they know what it is, they see it, they recognize it, and they know that they're looking for my content specifically, and that's kind of key and important. Now, this stuff isn't cheap either. So, I mean, you can get people that'll do free work, but you're pretty much getting what you pay for. So if you're buying free thumbnails and buying free headers and stuff like that, you're usually going to get something that's branded with someone else's name. They want to shout out or, something in the description all the time, which isn't necessarily a bad thing when you're starting out. But at the same time, when you're starting out, you don't want to send your traffic to, other people constantly. So that's just the way I felt. I mean, I put money into it. I don't want to say how much I spent or anything like that, but I did buy, art packs from Captain Obvious. Again, the guy over here who does great work to make sure that I could, get good branding across everything here. Now, another thing I want to mention is my channel trailer started playing here. I am doing an AdWords campaign, which I'm not going to get into all of that, but that does just take a little bit more money again too. But I have over 1,000 views on it. I had an old trailer that really wasn't that great, and I put this one together. I'm getting a lot better feedback on it. Definitely make sure you do a trailer. So the YouTube one layout is the one you're looking at here. It has a channel trailer for anyone that's unsubscribed, like I would be in this case, because I'm not even signed in. It shows up. It's going to give you a quick brief description of what the channel's about. You want it less than a minute if you can, and you want to capture their attention in the first 5 seconds. The reason why is, everyone sees those YouTube ads where you can skip in the bottom right after the first 5 seconds of video. So listen to the first 5 seconds of my trailer, and I think that this really grabs the attention. Okay, so first 5 seconds I said, are you interested in indie gaming? If so, you haven't, or if you're watching this video, you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. And then basically I say, this 7 seconds in, I say my channel is all about indie gaming. So first 5 seconds I say, are you interested in indie gaming? If the person is, they might listen for a couple more seconds, and then I tell them more about the channel right afterwards. So I think that did a really good job as kind of like that call to action. You haven't subscribed yet. This is about indie gaming. Don't skip yet. And if you aren't interested in indie gaming, go ahead and skip, because I don't really need you as a subscriber anyway, because you probably won't like my content. So that's just kind of another thing. I don't have my Google Plus set up too much either. It's kind of like my Facebook, but let's click on that and let it load in real quick. So Google Plus, same thing though. I have the branding here, and then of course all my videos post on here also. So everything I like from Markiplier and stuff like that is on here, and Gerbeagly and stuff like that. But outside of that, your regular videos post here too. And Google Plus is actually something that a lot of people are starting to get into. So it's something that you definitely want to check out. Now finally here, something I wanted to mention too, just to talk about branding, is this is my old channel. So very, very simple. I had just a random avatar that I was using when I was making some games. No banner at all, no thumbnails whatsoever, other than the most recent one where I said I have the new channel Wise Gamer here. I mean, I have over 600 subscribers, and surprisingly, they're still there, but I have like no branding at all. I actually had this little channel intro at the time, but my videos were random. I tried to do daily uploads, but I couldn't keep up with that, which I'll talk about that in a second too. I did some Minecraft tutorials that all did pretty well. They had a couple thousand views at the time. You can see me getting tasered and Rubik's Cube solving and stuff like that, but it was just completely random content, and it really wasn't good content at all. Really, really bad. So this is like what not to do if you want to check out this channel here, if you can find it, WiseGuy91. And then finally, so we're talking about scheduling content and keeping on a schedule. So if you look at my videos, they all come out at the exact same time. I should be signed in to show you this part of it, but basically I upload every day at 1 p.m. a video. And then on videos, or on days that I have 2 videos, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I actually upload at 11 o'clock and then at 1 o'clock. And the only time I break that schedule is like I made this video on me being botted, and that's at an off time. I think it went up at like 8:35 or something like that at night, my time. But But other than that though, all my videos are completely consistent. So all my thumbnails are the same. You know, SimCity series was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to my finale here. Stanley Parable is all the same. You don't have to put numbers in there, you just want your thumbnails to be big, but the point is that I'm on a schedule and people know when my content's going to be up and be ready. And that gets to my next point. So I don't want to just sign in and show you all the videos that I have scheduled, but I have probably 2 or 3 weeks worth of videos scheduled. Just because I have so many people reach out to me for my indie game preview series, and I had so many different ideas, and I don't want to dump it all in one day, so I have things scheduled ahead of time so far out right now. And I really think that's a big deal, because I mean, before you get started, you really want to have like at least 2 weeks of uploads, I would say, whether it's you upload 1 video a day, or 1 video a week, or 1 video a month. You want to have like the equivalent of like your 2 weeks, or like your first 2 videos, however that is. So I upload daily, so I had 14 videos uploaded and scheduled before I officially launched my channel, as in like the first one went public. If you did 1 video a week, I would say have 2 videos up. If you do 1 a month, I would still say try to have 2 videos scheduled, because if you need a full month to make your video, then you want to make sure you have one in the back already produced, edited, everything ready to go. So if something comes up, it's ready. You know, you want to have time to correct errors if you need to re-record, anything like that. So when you schedule it, make sure you go into the scheduling, set the same time on everything, make sure you fill out all your description, your tags and everything. I know some people, they schedule their uploads at night and then they just let them upload and they publish in the morning and they don't even have a title on it. It'll be like the default title will just say like, in my case it would be like indie game preview, blank, insert title here, blank, insert description. And it's like, that looks terrible, don't do that. So make sure if you're scheduling, you're filling out all the stuff properly. And then finally, that leads me to the launch. So when you're getting ready to actually launch your scheduled video, something that I did, I actually had like 10 or 11 subscribers before my first video even went up. And the way I did that is I built myself a brand and I built myself up. I said this channel is going to be the #1 resource for indie gaming. And I mean, I wouldn't say that it absolutely is the #1 resource at this point, but I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what my niche was, and I started putting myself on Twitter, and I said, hey guys, game developers, get in touch with me. I'm going to start doing indie game previews. I want you to reach out to me. You know, people on Y2 Talk, if you're coming from that page and watching this video, or if you're going to that page later, I started talking myself up, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, I got all my equipment ready, I got all these videos ready, all this branding's ready, my channel's ready to go. And I didn't launch the first video until I had all of that set up. So if you look down to my very first video, which is about a month ago now, not even a month yet. First episode of South Park: The Stick of Truth has the same thumbnail that every other episode did. I had that ready to go. I had all my tags on there and everything. It's got 45 views, and then my views dropped off a little bit after that because people weren't as interested in, you know, they're like, oh, okay, you know, he launched now, but this isn't really for me or whatever, which I understood. I probably should have started with like an indie game preview instead of South Park, but that was my fault. But other than that though, I mean, I just like quickly, I was like, next day I'm going to talk about my schedule. And then I'm going to start my next Let's Play, and my next Let's Play, and then my first indie game preview did really well, and it was just kind of going and going and going from there. So you want to build yourself up big. A lot of people say, you know, oh, you're a small channel, you shouldn't do this. You're a small channel, you can't do this yet. Only big channels can get away with that. Well, people told me only big channels can get away with Let's Plays, but people seem to enjoy my Let's Plays. I have, like I said, about 80 to 85 real subscribers, and for me to get, let's see, the worst view rates would be like 11, 6 views, 17 views, so let's say like 10 to 15 views on average on a Let's Play series out of 80 subscribers. I mean, that's not too bad. That's about, what, a quarter retention rate? Just under a quarter? So more like maybe a fifth of my retention rate actually watches my videos. So if you think about it, like most of your subscribers are not going to actually watch your videos. It's just the way things are. They aren't going to watch every single video. But then again, I have like 80 to 85 real subscribers. And some of my old videos, like this one here, has 138 views. This one has 54 views. Almost every subscriber's watched my video at least once. And then people have watched my videos that aren't subscribers too. So, you know, here's like half my subscribers did. This one's got 218 views. I have no idea what's going on with that one. I've checked the analytics. I can't figure it out. But some reason that one's doing really well. But the point of this is that, you know, don't be afraid because you're a quote-unquote small channel to do things like the big channels are. You should be out there with your branding. You should be promoting yourself, acting like a big shot. Of course, you don't want to have crappy content. That's why you need to have good equipment to begin with. But I go on Twitter, I promote myself there, people seem to come, and I get 2 to 5 subscribers every day because of it. You know, I had people invite me to developer meetups for indie game previews. I was invited to go to PAX, but I didn't have money to go fly to PAX East and go out there. In the past, I've been invited to go to E3, but again, I didn't have the money to get down there at the time. It's just crazy. You know, my old channel had only 600 subscribers, but I'm getting invited to E3, you know, and this channel, now it's got 500, but I mean, it had like 80 to 100 subscribers, and I have indie developers saying, hey, I need you to review this. Your content's awesome. I'm going to use it all over my website. So really, that's like what you need to do to get out there. Before you post your first video, you want to have that confidence. You want to know that your equipment's good, your sound quality's good. You'll notice a difference in my videos, even if you watch some of the old ones, like Stardew Valley, Towncraft, Running with Rivals, Pixel Piracy. I never talked to the developers for those 4. Luminosity was the first one that I had a developer come to me. And then from there, all of these other ones were all developers coming, and there are so many indie game previews that I have to do. I have like 10 to 15 emails in my inbox now that I need to reply to. I'm scheduling for May already, and we're on April 14th right now. So I have videos scheduled so far out for these indie previews, and I'm working with these different developers. And I mean, you can do it. You can do the same thing. It's not that hard at all. It's just having confidence and having good content. And you'll see that difference from like the first couple of videos. My sound quality was kind of needed to be tweaked some, and I wish that I took the time to go back and edit that before I actually uploaded it, but I had a set schedule that I wanted to upload on. So I launched March 23rd. By April 13th, before I was botted, I had 82 subscribers, and I was on track to hit 100 subscribers before my 1-month anniversary. So you guys can do the same thing. And if you have any questions, just let me know either in the comments or on the YouTube Talk thread. So hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry it was a little bit longer of a video, and sorry for my voice too. I'm getting over a cold right now, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. I do upload daily, so if you do like indie gaming, please don't forget to subscribe and leave any comments or questions. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching my video today, guys. If you made it to the end, make sure you check out my indie game previews, which come out Monday, Wednesday, Friday on a daily basis, as well as my video today on how to find the best indie games. I think you'll really enjoy that if you're a gamer and you like those indie games and something a little bit different. Thank you again for watching, and check out YouTube Talk as well. I'll have the description or the link in the description. Thank you.